Hi, I'm Rory, one of the arbitrators for the Wellywood campaigns, and I'm known as DetectMech on Instagram, though I deleted Instagram some time ago because I scrolled too much. And I have my infrequently updated blog, DetectMech's Garage.
I'm Selby, the other arbitrator for Wellywood Wargamers. Set the whole thing up with Damon 4 years ago. Jesus, that was a while ago. Helped build a lot of the terrain and stuff, and don't really have too much presence on social media at this stage.
Well, when I was a little kid, Dad used to do old historical figures, World War II stuff, and busts of medieval things. And eventually, I think I was about 8, we walked into a Games Workshop store and bought the Empire vs. Orcs starter set. And then probably wasn't until Necromunda got redone in 2017 that I got back into it, used my Blackstone Fortress minis and tried out Necromunda and really enjoyed the back and forth of it, the terrain rules, and it just seems way more involved than the big army battles.
Yeah, I got into Warhammer 40k about 20 years ago. A friend from school had some minis, some of the old original Dark Elder jobbies from the Dark Elder Black Templar starter box that came out, and it was all downhill from there. I had various 40k armies as I was growing up, then played a lot of Blood Bowl for a while. There's quite a good scene in New Zealand for that, and then turned over to Necromunda. Always liked the idea of it, the small skirmish crews, levelling up and all that sort of stuff. And then when the new rules came out, jumped back on with Damon, and we started running campaigns, and here we are. Oh, favourite gang, that's a hard one. I'm thoroughly enjoying Cawdor at the moment. The running in with Reckless Abandon is quite fun. Enjoyed playing Delac with their sneaky in tactics and combos that you could pull off. But the gang I've probably played the most and have the biggest one of is Orlok. Just the general basic guys, nothing too fancy. Your biker gang sort of caught my interest, and I've been playing them for a while.
Fluff-wise, I think for me it's the Chaos Helots, but playstyle-wise it's got to be the Van Saar. I definitely like having my higher cost, bigger pieces to throw around the table. For me, it's probably the artistic side that I really love giving my own character to all the miniatures. A lot of my stuff will be either in my paint style or have a slight conversion or even a major conversion. I just really like building up the art of it, and also then to an extent the tables that go with it, the playing field. I feel like it's the most immersive of the tabletop games I've done.
The creativity, the ability to do what you really want and try and build the gangs as you like. The hobby side of it, you get to customize and convert your models and stuff quite a lot. Yeah. That's a hard one. I don't really know. The addition of vehicles was quite cool, and different side of Necromunda, going out into the Ash Wastes. Haven't had a chance to play too much of it, but I like the concept. Yeah, I can't really think of any big changes I'd like to see. It's pretty good as it is.
I would really like to see a very quick FAQ that says we roll armor saves before toughness wounds side of things, just because it makes so much more thematic sense and would create a better back and forth, because you're going attacker, defender, attacker instead of just one player than the other. And I also feel it makes so much more sense thematically. And then the other thing, I guess, is probably some smaller, easier to get into starter sets for newer players. I think you need at least 3 things. One is Yak Tribe, so big props to Yak Tribe, but you could not do it without them. And then next up is going to probably be Discord or any other sort of social platform to communicate amongst everyone in the group. And then lastly is probably Necrodermis and having that shared rule set so that everyone's on the same page.
Bringing story into it, trying to encourage that side of it, so people can get attached to their gangers, their leaders or their gangs as they develop throughout the campaign, and trying not to make it too long. If the campaign's too big, you do tend to lose interest at the end. So trying to find that sweet balance between the short and long campaigns is pretty crucial.
I guess just probably making sure that there's that story element that does seem to keep things in, and also I think some balance changes and stuff that we've put in just to make sure that in some of the earlier campaigns one player would get so far out in front that the other players no longer wanted to play because they don't feel like they're in it anymore, and just having some more restraints around the campaign so everyone still feels like they've got a chance generally helps keep interest. First of all, I think you got to keep it private. You don't want to do any public shaming. And second thing, if somebody says, "Oh, I think this person's done this wrong," or fudging dice rolls or something, probably arrange a time to meet them in person and just check if there's any that you can see any verification to that, and just see maybe that fudging dice rolls is there quick to pick up the dice or something, or just put a dice tray down to watch it happen. And if you do think there's any concern, just tell them in private, and generally either they'll clean up their act or they'll leave on their own accord.
Yeah, I agree with that. You best to sort of deal initially with these things behind closed doors. You may get a complaint or something and you handle it behind the scenes. You don't want to make a scene because then it could really, what's the word? I'll just go with upset the group. You don't want that to happen. We've had an incident where something was not quite right with it, but we addressed it behind the scenes, came to a conclusion, and dealt with it there, and have continued on, and there's been no hard feelings all around. We use quite a mix of systems. I quite like the Ash Waste one with the controlling the roads and stuff. It's a bit different, and the new one in the Cinderak book looks quite interesting as well. But yeah, we're still primarily sitting on the initial variants of the campaigns with our group, but evolved slightly.
Yeah, I think one I'm enjoying and quite do like is the territories with Dominion, and yeah, other than that, I think I really want to try that Cinderak one with the sympathizers. That looks quite good, but I can't speak to it yet as haven't actually done it. I think it's my classic Van Sar metal guy with his legs going up like this. Sure, you'll be able to show a picture later.
You're a slag mist. I love the model. Just a shame the rules for him aren't as good, as cool as he looks. He does have a place though. I have seen him work in a game. But yeah, I love the model. Have one, but haven't gone around to painting him yet. Take it easy. Start with one of the preset campaigns, and then you can figure out what you want and what you don't want from there. Ideally, you don't want to add too many house rules to things, because that makes it very confusing for people and new people joining your campaign. So keep it simple, and just work with the basics.
Yeah. Other than that, I would say just do some of the things that we've said to keep people involved. See if you can come up with a storyline as to why you're having this campaign. What's the campaign about? Even if it is just, this is our section of the Underhive, and it's a street war, like just make sure there's some story in there, and that will hopefully help people get more motivated.
And find someone to do it with. There's more than one person arbitrating. It makes it so much easier. You can bounce ideas off each other, sort of vote to resolve issues or come up with new rules.